And I'm just going to assume people are here, so hello everyone! I am joined today by AKLTrifecta!
Is
Woo!
me.
Is you. So, tell me, what was your first Megaten game?
That would be Persona 3 Portable.
You got P3P first?
P3P was my very first one. I loved it. It
Do you
was
remember how you discovered it?
that's a good question. I think one of my friends. So I think what happened was I was at a friend's house
Mm-hmm.
and they had a bunch of like just CD-ROMs of burned games, and they were like, "Hey, yo, so I modded my PS2, and I have all these games. Which one do you want to play?" And they were like, "Actually, hold on, I got one for you." And they're like, "Here, this one's Persona 3. Here, check it out, do whatever." Never got around to playing it because I'm like, I had other games at the
Of
time.
course.
Uh, and then eventually they had told me about Persona 3 Portable on the PSP, and I'm like, okay, let me let me check that out. This was back in the day when I was a broke college student too, so I will say I jailbroke my PSP, and I had like ISOs at the wazoo. But I got a copy of Persona 3 Portable,
Mm-hmm.
and I started playing it, and I got maybe like an hour or two in, and like the tutorial battle, and you get to start understanding the problem, and I just fell in love with it because I'm like, wait a minute, this is a game where I have to balance life with being like saving the world after
Yes.
dark, and I'm
Yes.
like, that's this is a it's like an anime. It's like an anime that I'm playing, and I can be the character. Like, because I named myself, I named myself. It was just a self insert, and I'm just like, and these people are calling me like Antonio Kun. I'm just like, oh, it's like I'm in Japan, and then like it was so good,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when I started realizing like, oh, I looked into it more and realized, it's Persona 3. There's other ones. There's 1 and 2, the ones that don't exist for some reason in Atlas's eyes. But then there's also 4 that came out
Mm-hmm.
soon afterwards. And so I kind of went in both directions, trying both, and I'm just like, wow, this is a series. Oh my god, I love, and to this day, like, Persona has been the number one series that I for a long time, and then Yakuza came, but a solid silver medal nowadays.
Okay. I
What about
wanted
you?
to
What did you? What
rewind
did?
a little because you mentioned P3P being your first game. You never knew the pain of Mitsuru's modern Karen AI.
No, I didn't, and not until everybody started to getting into the memes, and I had watched a playthrough the original, and I'm still a little bit sad because I really hope, or I guess not sad, but like nowadays
Mm-hmm.
with Persona 4 Golden on like Steam and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm really hoping, like, my Persona fan dream for me, besides proper ports of 1 and 2, please dear god, um to have Persona 3 brought to Steam and have the male female routes of Portable, but have the full content of Fez.
So you're talking about the answer.
Yeah.
That entire story arc that's like gated behind hard mode and just
Yeah,
yeah.
because I had never realized that there was the answer chapter in Fez, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah, it's portable, it's fine, it's cool, like it's an upgrade. And then afterwards, obviously looking back at the plot of the original game, and besides getting to get to hear about the wonderful modern Kata and Mitsuru, uh, just realizing that, oh my god, I had missed out on an entire like second chapter that wraps up the story.
Yep. Yep.
It's like, oh.
Being a Persona 1 through 3 fan is suffering.
Mm-hmm.
3 less so than 1 and 2 because, the whole thing with eternal punishment and innocent sin and how one of the remakes was never even localized.
Yeah, it was punishment that wasn't right. Sin was, I think.
Honestly, I do not remember. My lore master is not here right now,
Mhm.
so I don't know where they are.
Like that's the other thing that threw me for a loop. It's like, oh, there's Persona 2, but there's Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, and then there's also Innocent Sin. And like when I first heard that, I'm like, oh wait, so it's like Pokemon Red and Blue, but Persona? And they're like, no, 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 no.
Mm.
You kind of want to play both.
I forget which one comes first. I want to say Innocent Sin comes first and then Eternal Punishment.
Mm.
And if you want to play it these days, you're probably going to be looking at the what is it? Was it PlayStation?
PSP version, I think.
There was the PSP port, the remake for one of them. I think it might have been. I honestly have no idea. I have to check at the wiki. I don't know if you want to do that
Mm-hmm.
right now. But hello, Photon. Sorry for the extremely late greeting. We've just been going at it.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like you were gonna ask me something before I was all pouncing on the Mitsuru pain.
What was your first one?
I remember that I walked into a GameStop and I saw Persona 3 Festival on the shelf. And I was like, oh, it's a PS2 RPG. Sure, I'll play it. So I grabbed that, took it home when I was in. When did it get localized?
Let me check.
Because
Persona.
it would have been before 2008, because that's when P4 came out.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it came out initially. Well, it initially got released in April 19th, 2007. I don't know if that's the U.S. release or not.
Sh-
Let's check the Megami Tensei wiki.
Yeah, so I don't know that I played it right when it released. I just
April
know
22nd, 2008.
that's interesting because P4 came out like right around that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it was just like boom, 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 boom. But then I played Fess, and that was when you could only choose
Oh yeah,
the.
came out like 2 months later. Like oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
Let me see, because we're in
or no, not 2 months.
2021 minus 2008. How old was I back then? Oh my goodness.
If I
Where's
was
my.
18 years old, I think you might be 16.
I think you're a bit older than me. Let me take a look.
I'm
See.
I'm 30 right now.
Oh, I'm 27.
Okay, so 15.
Yeah, I was young enough that it didn't make any sense to me, so that would have been. I'm just gonna do the math right now on my calculator. Minus 2008, you said. So then, yeah, I was 13.
Mm.
I was 13 when I played Fess, and of course, at that age, it kind of doesn't really sink in. It's just kind of like, oh, that's super edgy. Oh, there's the evoker. Oh, that's so
Mm.
cool. I'm never gonna show my parents this game.
I I will absolutely admit I think Persona 3's way of summoning personas was the most badass. I loved it.
Right, because it was the whole sense of using one's trauma to force the persona to manifest.
Hmm. Like
So,
essentially confronting death and
yeah,
then
hence the whole Memento Mori theme.
mhm.
And of course, there's the whole like Nick's avatar and all that nonsense going on.
Yeah, it's a very like going back and doing like watching the movies or
Hmm.
playing the games. It's I feel like Fez came to me at like the perfect time because for me, I think one of the reasons why or Persona 3 Portable came to me, and the reason why Persona 3 Portable hit hard was it was at that time of my life where I was very really stressed out about like college and stuff.
Hmm.
And so here was this game where you still like you had to manage your own skills and like your tests and everything, your own social life, while also taking care of this, saving the world thing
Hmm.
behind thing, and just being able to condense my my own stresses and worries about balancing college and the future afterwards into this video game. Like I feel like I projected a little bit onto it,
I
and
mean,
so like going over like undertaking the same problems that they did and going through the same story beats, like there were moments where I felt like really upset as much as the characters, or I would like I'm sure like when I'm not streaming games all and I'm playing on my own, like there are times where like I have like this monologue in my head of like, okay, if the character's saying this, like if I was there I would tell them this and
yeah,
I would respond in this way.
Because when you mention, those story beats, how relatable it is, I always look to Iori, looking at Junpei. His whole character arc was he latched on to becoming a member of C's, right? Because all of a sudden, he's like, oh, I'm not just this loser in school who makes
He's
bad grades.
special.
He's special. He can be a hero. He can make a difference.
Hmm.
And that, when you're in your formative years, you need to hear that your existence means something, Like you found
Hmm.
your calling. That was his whole thing. And then just kind of his whole arc of like getting too cocky, feeling like, what do I do after this is gone? And then how both he and Akihiko have that sense of like, I kind of don't want the dark hour to end because once I'm done fighting, what's next?
Hmm. It's like you can't just go around telling people like, oh yeah, no, I just saved the world. You're welcome.
Right, because even like, during that dark hour, people are just in their coffins, right? They don't even notice what's going on. There's no recognition for the work that they do, no recognition for the fact that they put their lives on the line and they have told themselves, you know, like mentally, we are ready to die at any moment when we go into Tartarus.
Hmm. And
So, yeah, go on.
um, I think one of the other reasons why P3 sticks out for me
Hmm.
as one of my favorite ones is the the style of the team dynamics
Yeah,
are very different compared to even just the more modern ones like Persona 4 and Persona 5, where, Persona 4, it's a group of high school students teaming up to solve this mystery. But from the get go, they're all pretty friendly with one another. They're all like, oh yeah, like Yosuke's like, yo, you're my bro. And Chie's like, she is adorable. And then Yukiko's, a little aloof, but they're all there for one another. And then P5, you have a bunch of people that are quote unquote outcasts from
right.
society, and they bonded together under a common goal, and that
Hmm.
really just like really quickly solidifies them.
Yeah,
Whereas with P3, the members of C's, they seem almost like business colleagues,
you caught on to that
like
as well.
nearly like the entire game, like up until like the very end. And it was really like I wanted to be friends with these people, but like with the dynamic with each other, I was just like it felt like I was juggling, almost like juggling like friend groups of like, I know you're cool, but you and him tend to like not jive too much, even though you're on the same like team.
And it's so
But
weird if you go back into P3 dancing, even though it's like, not canon, it's still character material, you know what I mean? There's the
mm,
dynamics. They kind of click much better, which makes it sad that the whole thing is spoiler alert, you know, they just forget
it's not
everything, the
canon.
style of Persona Q, Persona Q2, they just forget everything.
Yeah. Like
And
I think I remember there being like an actual plot point, at least in Q1, where like there's a P3 like just straight up asked members of P4 like how can you all be like friends with one another? And like there's just that they have that talk of just like, yeah, like we're just friends hanging out. Like don't isn't that what you guys do? Like for you're working under the same goal, and they're just like, oh.
I think part of it though is also like Persona 4, they all have their issues, right? But they're not, we're all traumatized by something and we don't know how to navigate our trauma because we're so young. And it's just, there's certain things that I keep going back to Akihiko. He just pushes through. He doesn't even acknowledge what's happened to him. He's just like, I have to get
Mhm.
stronger. I have to protect everybody because my sister, blah, 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 and Shinji and all that. And he kind of, he works himself to the bone to not think about what he's gone through. And
Yeah.
that kind of, there's that distance that he not knowingly puts between himself and then say like Junpei or like Yukari is just like, oh yeah, senpai, there's that, how do I explain it? That power differential, that dynamic of like, oh, I defer to you because you are kind of like my superior, right?
Mhm.
Especially since Mitsuru, Shinji, Akihiko, the three of them have that prior experience, so they can say, yeah, we kind of know what we're doing. And then the new people are like, the second years, they're all, we don't really know what we're doing because we're super new to this. So we don't want to die. We should listen to, our elders.
Hmm.
Excuse me. As opposed to, say, maybe like Persona 5, right? Where Makoto comes in, even though she's a third year, it's like the second years have already kind of like gathered their bearings and they're like, yeah, this is kind of how it all goes. And she's like, oh, I thought I was making a difference. I don't know anything.
Hmm.
Let me help you?
Yeah. And then, I mean, granted, she comes into her own
Of
role
course.
later on of like not quite fully taking charge because, Joker is Joker.
Joker, Joker.
But uh like if it's not Joker calling the shots, it always felt like Makoto was the one being like, "Hey, okay, I know what you can do. Please do this. Go take care of this. Here's a plan to maybe, you know, get past this puzzle."
Hmm.
And it really shows.
Yeah, which is, her experience as president, just knowing how to delegate, knowing how to get people back on task. That's just leadership qualities.
Hmm. That's why Makoto's best girl.
She's fantastic, though she's not my best girl. I have like my Phantom Thief best girl, and then I have my confidant best girl, who is the best girl.
Is it Hifumi?
Yes! How'd you know? How'd you
Yeah.
know? When I played
Hifumi should have been
Vanilla,
a
when I
Phantom
played
Thief.
Vanilla, I like tried to rush her social link or confidant, I suppose. So I could be like, please, please date
It
me.
helps that her confidant skills are so good too.
Yeah, yeah, and they get better in Royal even.
Hmm.
It makes a difference. I never had to do it because I don't think I was playing on a very hard difficulty, but yeah. Um, so yes, there are her skills, but also she's voiced by Eden Regal.
Oh.
So, that comes into like Tales of Hesperia. What are her other roles? Isabeau. She was Isabeau in SMT4.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Holy crap.
If you listen to it, you'll hear Eden's voice come through.
Hmm.
But yes, Hifumi is my favorite. As for the Phantom Thieves, my favorite is technically a spoiler.
Is it Violet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first, I was kind of upset because you know how they talked about Hifumi originally going to be a PT.
Hmm.
So then when Royal came out and they created a completely new character to join the team, I was like, why didn't you all just use
Why didn't
Hifumi?
you just add in Hifumi? Oh, same.
But
I'm
then,
sorry.
the more I got to know Violet, the more I was just like, I relate to you so much, this hurts.
Hmm. That was that was a really good one.
Hmm.
My Phantom Thief favorite still like Phantom Thief favorite Makoto.
Fair.
Relationship favorite I feel is different because like
Hmm.
Makoto's relationship is really nice. I love it. Relationship favorite, I love Haru. Oh my god.
Good
She is
taste.
adorable.
Good taste. She is, and you can feel it from her too. She's just like, oh, I'm really into Joker.
Hmm.
She's so cute.
And then
Yeah, go on.
overall confidant for me,
Hmm.
I loved Royals Maruki.
Oh, I love
Like
Maruki.
I want to cosplay Maruki one day.
Please, please
Like
do. I gotta, I
cuz
gotta, I gotta be honest with you. I went back to play Three Houses, and every time Ferdinand speaks, I'm like, I hear the Maruki in you.
wait, Ferdinand's Maruki?
Billy Kay voiced
What?
both of them.
Oh my god.
I am Maruki Takuto.
I was literally I was about to say that.
I beat you to
Uh,
it.
that was good. Oh man. Like the VA world is so crazy because again like the only the only voice that I know out of the Persona cast is Sean Tiplock
Doing Mishima.
so, doing Mishima. I love Mishima. Like I loved Mishima before I even knew like Sean Chiplock voiced him. I always thought he was a good boy.
I was really torn about Mishima because I played through most of his confidant in vanilla, and the way it transpired or took just how it developed. I was like, oh, oh, he's like every content creator who tries to rip off someone's clout.
He's honestly I got a lot of Junpei vibes from him
Yo, you're
where
right.
he wanted to be important and he at first he honestly thought like oh I can make a difference and but no matter obviously like the the social link or the
Mm-hmm.
confidant, you can tell that he keeps trying to one up himself
Right.
and just do better and better so that you can continue to be proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of funny because like Sean can actually run himself like that sometimes, but like he like it but it comes from a place of like honestly just wanting to do better and wanting to do good.
Exactly.
He
Exactly.
just kind of got caught up in it, and
And I
then
think that's what happens to a lot of young adults, you know, like they get that first taste of recognition, the external validation, and they don't know the difference between what's like genuine support and then just superficial likes, follows, all that stuff. You know what I'm getting
mhm.
at?
Yeah, like that's actually it's funny because you made the whole like content creator message, and I'm like that's something that I've had to deal with off and on constantly during my journey of there are people that like who's following me to follow me and then who's following me to just get a connection, and usually it takes a little while but I can suss them out. um but like if people want to have that empty follow, it's like whatever, you do you. I'm gonna keep on. I'm like I see all this like Twitter drama and stuff happen around me, and I'm just like I'm still friends with both parties because I don't really care about this. I'm gonna keep making content.
Right?
I'm gonna play my persona, guys.
Yeah, honestly, I've seen that before where people get divided between things, and for me, it's just kind of like I'm at the point where I'm too busy to pick a side, honestly. If you want to get a hold of me, you know, hit me up on LinkedIn. Like, if you want to talk business, connect with me on LinkedIn, then we can do something. But like Twitter and all that, it's great for outreach, it's great for discovering new people. It's not the best for getting to know someone.
Yeah,
Not unless you're literally replying to someone's content and having an
like
extended conversation.
constantly.
Yeah. Because it's so just, you know, if you like someone's tweet, it does nothing. It does nothing.
Mhm.
They'll see it and be like, "Oh, okay, that's you." If you really want to get to know someone, you have to engage with them. That's just having a conversation with a person, you know?
Mhm.
Which is all to say, yeah, getting back to Mishima and his whole "I run the Phantom Thieves," you know, site, like I have all this power.
Mhm.
But are you really out there making a difference? Are you talking to the fans? Are you responding to people? Or are you just looking at stuff and being like forwarding it to the Phantom Thieves to deal with? You know what I mean?
Mhm. Make Mishima a Phantom Thief. Let's go.
Yo, there are so many PTAUs of him.
I would.
Everybody I know who like role plays him, he's just like, Mishima as a PT.
He really should. He
My,
honestly
I have
should.
so many Persona OCs, it's embarrassing.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like I feel like P5 has really opened up those gates. Because I know I like I know there's probably a bunch of like Persona OCs from 3 and 4, but
Mm-hmm.
just with the way that 5 has hit, I think just because of the theming, because of the marketing, uh, just because it's bright and shiny and new and it's worldwide.
It's so bad that people have to put like disclaimer in their roleplay accounts on Twitter to be like, I'm just roleplaying, I have no affiliation with Atlas.
Hmm.
That kind of thing, or else Twitter flags your account.
Yeah,
But go on.
I don't even remember. Just it's just the whole. It's Persona 5. I feel is kind of like how Persona 3 was, where Persona 3 introduced a lot of people to the new style of Tensei games because obviously Persona 1 and 2 are they're still Persona games, but they are vastly different compared to Persona 3, 4, and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like they're a lot darker, they deal with a lot more heavy themes.
You know what pulled people into five?
Uh
It was
what's
just that edgy, and people were like, "What is this badass thing? Oh, everybody's so cool and flashy." You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. Yeah, there's all you have the flashy like unique all out attacks.
Mm-hmm.
You have the kick in tunes. You're you're sticking it to the man,
Yeah!
which boy howdy, that's really relevant.
I want emancipation.
Just do it.
Just all the like pre-release promotional things, the freaking chairs and like all the stuff that
Mm-hmm.
never came through. Oh my god, this is somewhat unrelated, but have you seen that meme that goes around using the like not remastered, but just like the updated art of like Tatsuya and I don't remember his name. Is it Kazuya? No, something like that.
Kazuya, the guy with the
The
lines.
boy with the earring.
Mm,
The
mm.
boy with the earring, Tatsuya, and then people take the two of them and they're just like Persona 6 cast like leaked. It's so bad.
Oh my god. I would love a return to return to the darker stuff though. I mean, like,
Yeah.
because spoilers for like a partial spoilers for like a I don't even know how old Persona 2 is, but like, let me tell you, being able to punch Hitler in the face, really fucking good.
That sure is
Persona 2 out of context, punch
Persona 2
Hitler
out
in the
of
face.
context. You know, even mainline out of context is pretty darn wild.
Oh yeah, like we haven't even talked about like the SMT games, which SMT 5. We're getting SMT 5 news finally, or we've had SMT 5 news like as of recent.
Man, I'm just like
Like,
going through the catalog. I'm playing like Megami Tensei before they added the Shin.
mhm. I need to eventually break out my copies of Digital Devil Saga
Oh,
that I
I
have
have
upstairs.
I have those. I just have to figure out how to get the PS2 working and if I can connect that to the capture card. And if not, then I guess I'll just
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's got to be a converter box out there that does VGA to the HDMI, and then you just stream that through.
probably.
That's how people do like PS2 speedruns and whatnot.
Ah, I see. I see. That'll be interesting. I'll figure all of that out later, but I had a roommate who played Digital Devil Saga when I was in college, so I
Mhm.
know a fair amount of the cast, if not the actual plot. And I'm
Oh yeah.
also in like a pan fandom Megaten based roleplay server, so I know way more than I should about games I have not played.
Honestly, that's the way to do it. That I do that with a lot of games like Overwatch.
Hmm.
Like
Oh, I
everyone's
have a
like, oh yeah.
friend who moderates for some of the voice actors for Overwatch.
Mhm.
Sorry, just reminded me of that. But go on, yeah, Overwatch.
It's just one of those things of like because nobody has all the time in the world to play every single game.
Exactly.
But I have friends who are really into games that I'm not
And
interested in.
through
So I
osmosis.
so I exactly so you osmosis the knowledge, and then later on like something will come up and you'll be like, oh yeah, no, I get that reference, and they'll be like, oh, you play? Who do you main? I don't play.
I don't play.
What?
I don't play. I main retweet.
I mean, yeah, no, I love League of Legends. I Who do you main? I main FaZe Clan. Got it.
Got it. Freaking Dota. Io. I like the ball, the floaty ball.
Mhm.
That's all I know. But yeah, getting back to mainline. Oh my God, I like to joke with everybody. Aleph is my wife. He's so
Mhm.
pretty. He's actually in Apocalypse. He's in the DLC.
Oh, is he?
Aleph and a lot of the like Demi Fiend is in Apocalypse's DLC. We were all freaking out because like Aleph had voiced lines, not like fully voiced lines, but like Fate's Awakening style like clips, and then the you know what I'm talking about, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, Fire Emblem, Fates, and Awakening, they do the thing. God, it's
Yeah.
so confusing how Fates was called Fire Emblem If, and then if you don't know that. Speaking of all the localization trivia, did you know that Jacob was named Joker?
Oh,
Yeah,
huh.
so I now know too many Jokers. There's of course Batman Joker, then there's Fire Emblem Joker, and now there's Persona 5 Joker. Too many Jokers. Too many Jokers. Um, but yeah, there were some really strange localization choices for the names, I think. Like for Tsubaki, they dropped the T on his name.
Hmm.
And then I don't know why they changed Marks to Xander or why I don't know. They're just like some odd things that I think they were trying to make it more marketable to a Western audience. But when you've been like a longtime Fire Emblem fan and you just see like really strange names, you're used to it.
Hmm.
I mean, even like Tales series, there's a lot of that going on too. Like Symphonia, Rain Sage. In Japan, her name's Refill.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
And I think Genus was like literally called Genius, which,
Hmm.
sounds weird to a Western audience.
I think that's the main thing is like knowing what names and what titles to like what to adapt for. a Western audience. More specifically, when you get into the more like fantastical names like that.
Yeah, though that doesn't explain why they changed Leo from Leon. Though I guess there was already the Archer Leon from Shadows of Valencia.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm getting into like all this completely unrelated stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
um, but yes, SMT. Are there any games in particular that you want to jump back into? I should be asking you about Pancake Boy. Why have I not asked you about Pancake Boy? What are your thoughts on
Mm.
Pancake Boy?
I love him. I've loved him since the original.
Same! And so many people hated him.
It's like, oh, but he's such an edge lord. But he's so like bent on revenge and just such a one note villain. I'm like, he's in high school.
Did people miss the fact that
Like,
his mother was a sex worker?
yeah,
Hello,
his
Hecka.
and his dad was, well, I mean, you can fucking see how that happened.
You can
And
see
he's
that
in high
his
school,
father
so
was an asshole.
he's he gets to be a bit of an edge. Are you saying that you weren't?
That's the thing, right? I don't know what it's like in Japan, but Akechi was put in the system.
Mm,
He was
really early.
really early. Like, he was passed around by his relatives, and then he just, when you don't have that stability growing up, you just have like a very different way of viewing the world. So of course he thinks everything is kind of like a transactional give or take, like you have to be up here to deserve anything.
Hmm. Because that's what he grew up with.
Right, because his father is like an insane politician man. Uh,
He-
Heck is asking, how are you both today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. We got all the preparation pretty much done. There's like one or two more things that I gotta wrap up for later, but
Do you want to do
right
that
now we're
live? You
just.
can do it here. I don't mind.
I mean, it's fine. I kind of am, but it's also like there's some things that I can't do unless everything's off, and I need to like double check like the capture card and
Oh,
whatnot,
I
like
got you.
the minutes before.
If that is the case, what I can do is like keep mine running and then you hop off to get yours live and then we raid into your channel is the
Yeah,
thinking. Yeah,
I think that's gonna be the thing.
no
I'm gonna
worries.
probably try and wrap it up around like 2:30 ish, so it gives me 20 minutes of time to just
Perfect.
to fix everything, and
Hmm.
then I usually go live 10 minutes before, kind of just wait at the starting screen for like live fixes, and then we're all set. And then rip me because I'm gonna die. There's
You got
chocolates and
your
there's
food ready, got your hydration ready.
got my water. I got my Lunchables ready, like had to be like halfway through, so I can have some sort of nutrition. And then I
Lunchables,
have
not
the
sponsored by Atlas.
and then I have the all of the chocolates actually are in the freezer
Oh my god, can you
right
imagine if
now.
Atlas did a brand deal with Lunchables and they had like P5 themed Lunchables?
I mean, I'd buy that.
I'd buy that. I'd be like,
Put
here's
give
the
me give me
packaging. I'm just saving it for the
give me
rest of my
Persona
life.
5 Happy Meals.
Yo, Persona 5 Happy Meals!
You do it.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't go as hard as Rick and Morty fans. That was insane. You heard
Oh
about
my
all
god.
that, right? The
Oh
Szechuan
yeah, with the
sauce?
with the Szechuan sauce.
Let's not go there. I know Persona 5 fans can be, you
A
know,
little aggressive.
really aggressive.
But then again, like what fandom nowadays isn't?
The the Megaten fandom, maybe?
No,
No, they're
no,
still super
no.
aggressive.
There are people that are like foaming at the mouth for SMT5 news, SMT4, uh, Apocalypse news from Switch. Like they're ready.
Ooh, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Are you a law butt or chaos scum?
If I was younger, I'd say law, but chaos.
Same,
I'm
same.
just going off of my Splatoon, my Splatoon last Splatfest choice. I'm Team Chaos.
I get you, I get you. Though in the context of SMT4, I have to say I prefer either if I had to choose one of the two on like, the dichotomy, I go for Law because I like Jonathan and his fluffy hair, but
Hmm.
Neutral's still, the best narratively speaking.
Hmm.
Have you played any of the mainline titles?
I played a little bit of four, but
It's
not a lot of it.
it's
I'll
hard to
admit.
get into.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is a wall to get into, especially when you've started with something like Persona. Because like, I think the other reason why people really like Persona 3, 4, and 5, and why those are the like the popular ones now is because of their ease to get into. Kind of
Yes.
similar to how Awakening kind
Yes.
of brought everybody into
Mm-hmm.
the Fire Emblem fandom.
Of course. Yeah, because I think the way it was explained to me is that 4 was kind of a rehash of 2. So it tried to do what 2 had already done, but then didn't
Mm.
really deconstruct any of the very, very literal black and white kind of like, here's chaos, here's law, choose one. It didn't
Mm.
really build upon what was already established. Because, way back when it first came out, it's like, oh, this is amazing. Now it's like, we've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had this running on a timer. Oh, I forgot to turn the timer back on. I'm
Oh.
sorry. Let me go do that.
Mm-hmm.
But please, by all means, share all of your persona knowledge with us. Don't mind me.
I mean that's like the major thing is like I have passing knowledge, but it's the thing is like it's hard for me to kind of just pull stuff out of a hat.
I mean, it makes you kind of wonder what happened in Golden's development where they took out Yosuke's romance route.
I'm sad about that.
Frickin' Yuri Lowenthal recorded the lines.
He
Yuri
should have.
Lowenthal did the lines. You've heard it,
Let
right?
me let me date Yusuke, please. Let me date
Yusuke or
Yosuke.
Yosuke?
Let me both.
Both. Both.
Both. Like
Both.
I keep saying on the aspect of P5, like let me date Yusuke, please.
I just want to date Pancake Boy. The two of them. The two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Pancake Boy. God. You've played through Royal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know about the updated Confidant.
Yes.
So you
Oh
know
my god, it is so
God,
good.
it is
I am so
amazing.
glad they redid or they gave him like an actual like confidant.
I mean, I miss the localizations. Honey, I'm home joke, but, worth
Mm-hmm.
it. Worth it. And then, Robbie did such a fantastic job as Akechi, so
Mm-hmm. And just adding that this extra depth of his character
yeah.
just made me love him more.
Hmm.
And like it's great because if you've already played P5 and like you know those twists and everything, you essentially you get to see all of the foreshadowing during
Yes.
your first playthrough, and it's
Yes.
so cool.
Right, because you look at everybody else's confidant in contrast to Akechi's, where it's like, oh, I have this problem. Oh, here's a mementos request, and like all this stuff I gotta like unpack, and my trauma, and my family, and all of these things. But then Akechi's just like, yeah, we're going on dates.
Yeah,
Essentially. Essentially. I, I hope that Strikers gives Haru a lot more screen time, because I know she's like pretty much almost the last one to join, right?
yeah, she's pretty much the last one to join. I mean, like Royal, you have the new people that join in near the end,
Of course.
but even then, like Haru still gets absolutely shafted on screen time. Like I was super excited for like a lot more of her. I was thinking, oh yeah, they're gonna add this whole new piece of content. We're gonna get more screen time for our girl, our fluffy girl. No, no.
You know what was the hardest part for me getting through Royal?
Mm,
I had never played the Ship Palace, so that was all new to me, which was fun. However, it happens after so and so leaves your party. So doing that entire stretch between the casino and Royal's content, where you know who leaves your party, I'm just like,
mm,
I'm rushing through all of this because I don't care because I was so excited to have him on, and now it's just
yeah.
like ah.
Honestly, if you didn't play that in the original, you dodged a bullet. Oh my god.
The
Like
mouse
it's
part, the puzzles.
the mouse. I mean, the mouse part was great. The puzzles were fun. It was just the mazes and stuff for the mouse part and whatnot. Like the entire dungeon was a lot longer in Royal or not in the original,
Really?
and they cut out a lot. Like they made it a lot shorter, and I'm so happy
Oh,
that they did.
holy crap! I had no idea.
Like it's so well streamlined. Like I was able to get through the ship in one day, like not even trying like too hard. But
Though I guess it makes sense since that's like endgame for vanilla, right? So it would be
mhm.
that long. Though, oh my god, that I also played the Cliffoth part for the first time in Royal. That was so cool.
The which one?
The Cliffoth.
Cliff off.
When you're about to like right before you beat up Yaldi Baldy.
Oh, okay. I always just called it the I just called it the fucking like apocalypse world or
I
whatever.
mean, that is what it is, but yeah, it's sorry, I called it cliff off because that term comes up in Abyss as well, or Tales of the Abyss. There's
Mm,
a whole part in the cliff off because everybody uses the whole like Yggdrasil mythos, I guess, as part of
yeah.
their high fantasy stuff. But
Hmm.
yeah, so that was cool to see outside of the anime because I'd seen the anime because I had stopped at the casino in Vanilla
Hmm.
because I was like, if I play this, I know he's gonna leave my party. I'm not gonna play it, and I just don't know where my copy went. And then Royal came out, so yeah,
Hmm. And I'm so glad that they came out with Royal.
I'm so sad that wasn't Strikers made before Royal.
I
I believe so because it doesn't account for Royal's
Yeah,
content.
yeah, because Striker doesn't have Royals content, which makes me sad. Atlas, I know. Look, Atlas, I know
I
you
keep
have
joking that they
like.
should do a remaster of Strikers the way they did of
I
Vanilla
mean,
P5. So
look, I'm just saying, I'd pay for DLC, even though I still don't like DLC. I'll pay for it. Give me,
I'll pay for a whole entire $60 game if it means more Akechi. Like honestly,
hell yeah, hell
hell
yeah.
hell yeah.
Give me more Akechi and Kasumi for sure.
Please give us more Kasumi. I love her so much. I have Kasumi emotes. Do you want to see them? They're not
Oh,
mine, but they're someone else's. But like, let me just
who's?
dump them here. I think it's not letting me do it. Uh, what? Oh, it's why is it locked to my broadcaster one? Hang on.
Oh,
They are from Waterbox.
oh,
Ta-da! There she is, best girl.
nice.
Hell yeah. So yes, I may have accidentally spoiled a handful of people because I said a certain name and they Googled it and they're like, wait a minute. I was like, shh, you weren't
Oh,
supposed to Google it!
oh no.
Oh no!
Oh man,
I
that's why
know.
like that's why I've been trying to avoid like the spoilers for I've been avoiding P5 striker streams like a hawk. Like there are so many people that I would love
I
to
know.
watch or raid or host, but then I'm like, but I see you're playing P5 strikers. I'm sorry, I can't risk it.
You know, after you get through it, I might actually take up mine because I did about 3 hours just, testing out my capture card and it
Mhm.
just so happened to be there. And so I know that I can hang out with you for about 3 hours before I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is.
Mhm.
I gotta bounce.
You just gotta just go for it. Go for it. Do it. Do the broadcast the experience.
That's exactly what I plan to do. And I just like the whole thing's gonna be a blind react, so that's gonna be interesting.
Those are
Um,
always the fun ones, especially right now because it recently came out.
oh, speaking of blind reacts, when I went into it, just an NPC's voice. Are you okay with knowing like who voiced an NPC?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that.
Got you.
I'm still really really blind on everything.
Got you. Though I won't even tell you the role because he's not even a named NPC. So, anyways, I'll move
Hmm.
on. We shall move on from that.
Hmm.
Um, so back to Persona 4, which we have not talked about extensively. Who is your favorite from Persona 4?
Uh, Yukiko.
Nice.
I'm a simple
Nice.
man. I like
You like the Yamato Nadeshikos?
I love the Nadeshikos. They're like just so adorable. Like they're cute and she's smart. She's like one of the smart people in the class, and
She's
she's
smart but kind of airheaded because of her priorities and like what she's
yeah.
used to. I love that
But
about her.
she laughs at puns, so that's like shoe in right there. Done. You're done. Best girl. It's actually funny because it's like with P5, I can very easily like point out like my best girl or my best boy or whatever. P4, same thing. Uh, but P3, it's funny because
Hello,
like
Tex Longhorn. Welcome. Go on.
everyone's always like, oh, who's your favorite P3 best girl? And I'm just like, like who's your favorite C's girl to date? And I'm like, Elizabeth, Elizabeth, best girl, because I didn't really like any of the females romantically
I feel you. I feel you on
for
that.
like, and I wonder if that's because of the whole like P3's whole like you seem more like coworkers than you are
Yes.
like full on friends.
Yes.
Although that being said, like I guess best girl.
Oh my god, the whole Aegis and Femc. Oh my gosh. Even
It's
though I did Shinji's freaking route because you kind of have to.
oh yeah.
Though,
I remember getting my friend into Persona 3 Portable because it had a FemC. Also, sorry, side thing, why the fuck haven't we gotten a FemC for P4 or P5 yet? Like
because they
they need to
just don't
bring
want
that
to.
back.
They need to bring it back. They really do. And there's this whole AU that people were doing wherein Kasumi was like the Femc.
I was when they started talking about Royal, I was over the moon just because with the way that they stylized that trailer, I was like, "Oh my god, are we getting a FemC again? Like finally?"
Nope!
Uh god.
I know. Can you imagine playing the entire game from Kasumi's point of view, though?
That I would
That
I
would have
would have
tied
loved
in
that.
so well because of the whole freaking counselor thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Like
Because
it
like
would have been,
she's focal in that.
and like you could have had like, well, I mean, you could have had references to Joker, and he could have just been in a different role,
Yeah.
in like with a different history. But
Like they did with PQ2.
yeah, exactly. Like with FemC 1 and 2, or with FemC and MC in P3.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we were talking about all the like the dateable. I to be honest with you, I don't think I see any of the ladies as dateable. Like any of them. I'm just like, you're precious. I adore you. I support you. Oh my god, can I talk to you about my
Mm-hmm.
ships?
Sure.
Have you ever considered On and Hifumi?
I have not.
That one's pretty popular.
Hmm. I've
It's
heard.
it's weirdly popular, probably because they both kind of do modeling.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
So
could see them
there's
like
that
doing
the
like
fact that could have like been in the same circles.
meeting in a magazine shoot or something.
Yes.
That would have been pretty cool.
I've got this friend who writes On and then I write Hifumi, so like we're just like, ha, ship.
Nice.
Oh my god, so much fun. And then there's also because of how PQ2 positions everybody. Yo, Kanji and Shinji, they should have met. Kanji and
Oh my
Shinji, they should have met.
Oh my god, Kanji and Shinji would have been amazing.
Yes.
Like, like I feel like it would be that kind of ship where it's like outside to everybody, like, man, they really hate each other. But like on like in private time, like there's like be sharing recipes and like knitting techniques and whatnot.
Freaking Kanji making him a new beanie.
God, that would be so good.
Like, I acknowledge that like Aki Shinji's a huge ship. However,
Mm.
Kanji and Shinji,
Mm-mm. Honestly, Kanji with like almost anybody. Kanji's
pretty
Kanji's
much.
just a wholesome
The only
lad.
one I don't like seeing Kanji with is Yosuke, but that's because it's Yosuke.
Fair.
It's like if Yosuke's gonna deal with his internalized bull crap, it might as well be him and P4 tag, you know?
Yeah, because you is definitely best equipped to handle his shenanigans.
Narukami can reel him back in. God, have you watched the dub of the Persona 4 anime?
Mm-hmm.
Not Golden, but like the regular one?
Mm-hmm.
So good. It is so freaking good.
They did. I still say like the P3 anime movies, cool. P5 anime, all right.
It's okay, however, Proof of Justice OVA,
There, yeah,
I
there we
cry every
go.
time. I cry every
Mm-hmm.
time. But Persona 4
Persona 4 the
animation,
animation, specifically the original animation, was I feel the best.
it
Like
incorporated so much of the game
it
in a
it
way that
made it
just made sense.
yeah, it made it feel like it actually felt like it was the game,
Yeah.
but in an anime. Like you could see like with the way that they had like the scene transitions with like the day, the exact same calendar.
The
You
battles.
you could see the mechanics. Like
Mm-hmm.
you could imagine the mechanics
Mm-hmm.
during like social link places or like day-to-day training and whatnot, you could get those references to the video game for specific things,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really really good. Whereas like Golden, the animation was still great. I still loved it. um it felt like a new game plus run,
Right. Oh,
which
speaking of, sorry,
was
go
really
on.
fun. Which was honestly really fun to watch, especially that initial battle in Golden. The initial like tutorial battle in Golden was amazing.
Have you ever heard of the Persona 5 fandom, like fanworks trope of the looping AU?
Mm-mm.
It's essentially what Evangelion does. The
Oh,
idea that Akechi remembers Vanilla, remembers Royal, and he's stuck in the loop, and he just keeps going through it, and Joker keeps trying to save him.
oh,
It's like one
interesting.
or the two retains the memories of how it all plays out, and then the other one just, you know, it's like a rehash of the events of the game. It's like New Game Plus, but it's like the
Hmm.
looping. It's kind of like the whole how there was like the 90s NGE, and then the manga was like the second iteration, and then the
Hmm.
movies are like the third iteration, right?
Hmm.
It's like that concept.
I gotcha.
Yes.
Huh. That's a good. That's an interesting theory. Check
I
some more of that out.
Because I remember when I first wrote Joker just for funsies, right? I had it so that he remembered doing taking Yaldabaoth's deal, but as Akira, and then in
Oh.
his new game plus, he went by Ren.
Oh, interesting.
Right, 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 right.
Hmm.
So I've always been playing with the story in those kinds of ways when I write with people, because it's just why the heck not? Imagine if that was what happened, where yes, he began his road, his journey as Akira, and then he's just like, I did the bad ending. I
I
let
think I
everyone.
plumb done fucked up.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And then having to go through it again, what would you change? What would you do differently if you were given a second chance?
Hmm.
And I think I did like different variations of like the New Game Plus stuff. So I might have deleted all that actually. I had to go back and look for the pinned. I'll share it with you and then just like explain it in a much more better way than like Twitter's limits.
Yeah.
Um, this was a long, long time ago. I think there might be a content creator who goes by the handle of Nasty Crime Boy.
I love the nickname Nasty Crime Boy, by the way, for Joker.
I bring it up because someone tagged my Twitter by accident looking for content creator Nasty Crime Boy, and they tagged my roleplay account instead.
Oh no.
So I'm just looking like, who the heck are these guys? Why are they talking about League of Legends in my Joker notifications? And then I had to like write to them out of character. I was like, guys, this is a roleplay account, but you know, have fun. So I do have a Twitter at handle that's Nasty Crime Boy.
Oh my god, it's so good. Also, congrats on grabbing that at.
I mean, one of the I's is a lowercase l, but you know how it goes.
Yeah.
God, that was such a fun account because it was like Smashverse. So instead of just writing with the Persona 5 universe, I think there's a villager who looked up to Joker and called him like Aniki or something like that. It was the cutest thing ever.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I still love that. I still love that Joker's in Smash. Like
Right?
out of all of the characters to
To be the
start
first
off
DLC. Oh my
DLCs, that that I feel is truly the one that just opened up the floodgates. The way that they announced it during the Game Awards, like where it was very reminiscent, like where I was thinking that it was going to be like P5 on Switch or something. Like I was so convinced. I still like have my reaction of like I still remember I was streaming Deltarune, and I had on my other monitor I had a small window with the Game Awards on it,
god. Mm-hmm.
and then I see like Persona come up, and I'm like, oh wait, guys, oh Choto, hold on, I'm gonna
Just throw
drag
a
this
minute.
over. Let me drag this over, and like we can watch it, and like, well, I wonder what's going on because I didn't want to like have the audio mess with like the game or the stream, so like it was muted for a good while, like for a good portion of that. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what they're saying anything, but I see Joker. That's definitely Joker. Okay, he's doing some things. I don't know what's going on. Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll turn on the volume. We'll see what happens. We'll figure out maybe it's on Switch or something. Well, let's see. And as soon as I like turn on the volume, that's when like the letter flips around
And
and I
you
see the
see the
smash
seal on
I see
the.
the smash logo and I'm like, no fucking way.
Oh my
I just start
god.
screaming. Like it almost sounds like I'm upset, like that Joker's just like, no, 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 no. But like I'm holding my head like, oh my god, this is happening. Like as soon as that was over, like I think I told people like, hey, I'm gonna go on mute for like 5 minutes. I gotta freak out with like three people. My wife was at GameStop, I think getting like pre-ordering me Smash or something, and I like call her up, and she just looks like she answers the phone like, "Do you want me to get the character pass?" I'm like, "Yes, please."
She knows. She
She
knows.
because like it was also playing at the GameStop, so everybody got to see it at the same time,
Oh my
and it
god.
was oh my god, that was just I honestly think that was like the most hype Smash announcement that I've ever been a part of. Like, because all the other ones are good, but
But
like
it's like that one set the
starting off
fact, you know?
yeah, just starting off with a character a from a game that wasn't actually on that console. So you're like, wait a minute, but this has nothing to do with Nintendo. Like like I know there's other third parties that are here and everything, like Snake and stuff, but you're telling me that Joker, the main character in this most recent Persona entry, is going to be playable in Smash.
Looking
And
cool, Joker!
just like that and then like the stage and the music and everything it really just set the tone for like yeah no Smash is going hard this time. We may not be able to go hard in whatever comes after Smash Ultimate, but for this one it's like yeah no technically almost everybody's on the table.
Yo, I completely forgot that we had the Joker command set up for this.
Mm-hmm.
There it is, there it is! Let me think. Because you're talking about Smash and how. My favorite meme to come out of all of that was honestly the whole, like, I can't believe Joker stole Waluigi's invitation.
Oh, he's not
God,
getting it.
that was the best one in my opinion.
Stick him to a trophy.
I don't think I don't think anybody was as hype as the Joker one up until Terry was announced.
Oh, I would. Oh, yeah. Terry. It was partially hyped for me. I was more hyped for a couple of my boys though, who are huge SNK fans.
Mm-hmm. Because for me, I think the one that like really drew me in after Joker was like Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, Banjo Kazooie
Cause
came
like
in. That was
you
another
know,
good one.
grew up watching my aunt play that game on the N64.
The fact that the memes were finally real and we got Steve in Smash.
Steve
God,
Minecraft.
that broke the internet.
I actually
And
logged back into my Joker account to be like, I am afraid of Steve Minecraft. And that was
it
like the
is.
last tweet I sent or something. Oh
It's so
man.
good.
It
Like
is. It's
just Smash.
fantastic.
It's funny because I talk all this stuff about Smash and like being hyped for reveals and announcements, but I don't play Smash. I haven't picked up Smash in like a year.
I started with the N64 Smash.
Hmm.
And then I got Melee, and that was when everybody in my high school was playing Melee, and they were like, oh, wave dashing and canceling and all blah 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 blah. I never got into that, right? The text and whatever. I think it would have been the third game, which was it had just come out. We did this like high school tournament just for funsies, right? But then there was money involved. There was like whoever wins, you know, gets a little like cash reward. I
Hmm.
picked Ike and I totally demolished everyone because nobody was used to like anything at that point. I was just like, we like
Hmm.
Ike, we like Ike.
He
Oh
kicks
my
like a
god,
truck too.
he's a heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Because he's just yeah,
He's a big boy.
he's a big boy. He's so much fun to play as. Uh, but I don't pay attention to tier lists. I tell people, yeah, I play with items on. It's just I don't know if you saw the clips or the videos or any of that crap, but like I have this friend. He's 9 years old, and I introduced him to Smash Ultimate. So we've been playing that together. He like started an account on my Switch, and I'm gonna go talk to him. You know, after this, he's like literally downstairs. Has no idea I'm streaming right now. But I promised him I would find Roblox streamers and stuff like that because he's super into Roblox.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he's not used to like the next gen level of all of our stuff, right? He just plays on his iPad. That's where the kids are, doing their thing. He doesn't care about the Switch, about the PlayStation, about the Xbox. He's just like, why would I need any of that when everything's on Roblox? Like Granny is on Roblox. You know that indie horror game?
Hmm.
It's like reskinned as like Piggy, and then there's like you can play frickin' Call of Duty on Roblox. You can play tower defense on Roblox. You can play everything on Roblox. And that's just fascinating to me. But anyways, to circle back to Joker being an ultimate, God, it happened. And it's still a little surreal. Especially
The dreams are true. Atlas's Persona 5 crossovers everywhere. Persona 5 in Jugalia, Persona 5 AFK
AFK
Arena,
Arena and
Persona
frickin'
5
this.
dancing.
Grand Blue Fantasy got frickin' Joker.
Yeah, it's like it's I
Just
love it
seeing
because
him in everybody's art style.
they're giving Joker the Persona 4 treatment of just like, all right, you did your Persona 4. That's great. Get out there and make us some more money.
It's so cool watching him in P5 Dawn, though, because they canonized his name.
Yeah,
But there's also the choreography mode. Have you seen that?
I have not.
You can actually go into your Persona 5 Dawn copy, turn on choreography mode. I don't know if you can control the speed. You probably can, but you mirror the steps and you can learn to do the dances and the moves with the characters. That's the
Mm.
whole point of it.
I always love that about the dancing games is that all of the movements are mocapped from like an actual routine.
Oh, that's fascinating. I didn't know that part. But it makes sense.
Hmm. Like so they keep the moves like realistic and
Mm-hmm.
but also while also keeping them in the style of the character. It's they I feel like they put a lot more work than just like, oh yeah, no, dancing game, haha, done done.
There's so much character and love put into those games, and there's the social links in the games. There's so much. I was remembering looking on YouTube the frickin' Akihiko and or I think it might have been Akihiko's like social links, and he's talking to Junpei about it, and you find out he's like, "Oh yeah, red's my lucky color," and people are like, "Oh, why red?" He's like, "Oh, because when like won my first boxing match or whatever, I was in the red corner."
Hmm.
They add that they build so much into the character on top of what's already there in the base game. I think it's worth at least to look at the videos, if not purchase the game yourself and give it a shot.
Yeah.
There's just so much characterization in those games. I have to go back and play them. I own both P3 Dawn and P5 Dawn.
Hmm. I have the duo as well. I will admit, not shouldn't have paid $100 for the duo. I like played it like twice,
I
but I'm
don't
glad I have it.
know. I'm trying to remember. I know I bought the Akechi DLC. I don't remember if I got Shinji yet.
Hmm.
However, however, gosh, the way they did his dance to Willpower, oh my god,
Oh yeah.
it's so good. Someone put together a video just running through all of his lines and being like, ha, "That's Robbie's work again, hey."
Nice. Robbie demo reel.
Yeah. But we have not talked enough about Ryuji.
Who?
Ryuji.
Who?
You don't like Ryuji? You don't like Ryuji?
I dislike Ryuji the same reason for I dislike Morgana, and that's
Oh.
the entire Okumura arc.
Oh god, they're
I I
mm-hmm.
love Haru. I love Haru, and I'm so glad that that allowed us to have her on the team. But dear fucking god, that fight!
It's
Oh my
so
god!
teenage drama.
Like it's one of those. If there was any time where I wish that I could, as myself, just jump into like Joker's body and like act out the scene, like they'd be fighting, and I would literally just grab each of them and be like, "Yo, what the fuck is your guys' deal? Like, what the shit?"
They didn't
They're
let
like, "No,
us.
we're gonna sit down. We're gonna work through this problem. All right, we're gonna be cool about it. Or I swear to fucking god, I will deck both of you. I will hit a cat."
I mean, There's a reason why Narukami is Bancho and not Joker. Because he was the one who's like, everyone calm the hell down when they were about to toss what's his face in the TV.
Oh yeah, Namatame.
Namatama, yeah. So he was just like, yo, all of you need to settle down right now. Especially you, Yosuke. I know we're best friends, but Yosuke, sit down.
Yeah, like calm your shit. Like holy, like that's all that literally that entire like arc could have been fixed by just having people sit down and talk, which I feel like that's the standard
And
like
I think
anime trope.
the anime itself, like the adaptation, made it better. Like
Hmm.
P5A kind of fixed it because you could really feel that Ryuji actually cares about Morgana instead of how the game played up the antagonism between them.
Yeah, it's like oh, because like it was like every other time, like Ryuji missed or like Morgana missed, like there was always like oh ha 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 Ryuji, you're such a klutz, or like wow such a loser Ryuji. I'm just like Morgana, calm your shit. Holy fuck.
He's so mean to Ryuji, and it
And it's
hurts.
none of it's deserved.
Yeah,
It's like oh Ryuji, you're such a clumsy phantom thief. It's like yeah, it's almost like he just started like a month ago, dude.
it's also almost like his leg, is in
Yeah, it's almost like
recovery.
his legs also fucking busted. Like
Hmm.
cut the lad some slack. The guy can summon a pirate that shoots lightning. Really? You're gonna fucking talk shit about him?
You're gonna talk smack when you don't even remember anything about what you are. Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I adore both Ryuji and Morgana. It's just that when you put them in the same room, just don't leave them alone in the same room, basically.
Yeah. I like afterwards I liked their like friendly bonding, and actually it's part of the reason why I'm looking forward to Strikers, because it's like with all of that stuff out of the way and with the group more closer together, it's going to be really interesting
I
getting that reunion,
oh my
like,
god,
and
I
not even
just
just like reunion from Joker to the gang, but me to the gang. It's gonna feel like I've been gone for a good
you're gonna
like
cry.
year or so. It's
You're gonna
gonna be.
cry.
I'm oh
You're
no,
gonna cry.
I'm gonna
In a good
cry.
way. In a good way though. In a very nostalgic I'm home again kind of way.
Mhm.
Cuz I
It,
remember watching the intro scenes. I'm just like, "Oh, we're home." Yeah.
that's how I feel whenever I play like the Yakuza games too. Is like you and that's like I am so excited. I've heard the only thing I've heard is it's a road trip is what it is, and I'm like yo across Japan, like let's go. I'm excited.
Which
So
one?
Strikers.
Oh,
I've heard Strikers is like
I
not
didn't
like
even know that.
not like a Final Fantasy 15. I was told that as a Yakuza fan, I'm going to really like this game.
Hmm.
So I'm going to take that as we're probably
When
going
you
to go
see
to
the
either
mechanics,
Kabukicho
when you
or
see the
oh
mechanics,
my god, I'm
I'm
so
so excited for you to see how good the game is. Everybody
like
keeps saying it's like a Muso game, right? It's beyond a Muso game.
it's that's the thing. I feel like it's closer to the Trials of Mana remake than it is an actual Muso game.
I
Like
have not played
I'm
Trials
sure
of
there's
Mana.
waves of enemies, and like it's Muso in the fact of it's a big old hack and slash. There's a bunch of enemies. You go around super fast speed, being a one man army and destroying mooks or attacking bosses. That's cool, great. But
The way it plays is gonna
from
feel so good.
from what I've seen in combat, it looks and I can't believe that I actually played this right before. But yeah, I played the Trials of Mana remake on stream, and from what people have told me, it's closer to that
Hmm.
than an actual Muso game. So if you're gonna have P5 like life simulator mechanics with like a Trials of Mana esque system, like I am down for that. I had already bought the game at that point, but I am doubly so excited for this.
Oh my gosh, it's I know all my friends were really hype about it, and I have one friend who's even like, yeah, I can't play P5 because I don't have like a PlayStation, but I have a Switch, and so they picked up Strikers, even though like they've watched through like gameplay and stuff, not of Strikers, but of Vanilla, and then they started playing Strikers, and they're just like, I love Yusuke! I love Yusuke! I'm just like, I know,
Oh my god,
I know,
Yusuke is so
I know.
pure.
He's so good. I freaking love that boy.
I don't know.
Fantastic.
I don't know who had the word. Like, actually, no. I'm like, who had the like word like most traumatic dungeon or like the worst like Futaba,
Ooh.
Futaba hands down.
Futaba, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
as soon as that question left my mouth, I'm like, no. Like personally, like I know there's a bunch of people that I know that romance Futaba, and I'm like, the only reason I did was to get the fucking degenerate route because boy howdy, my nasty crime boy had to be a degenerate during my royal playthrough. But
I can't, because
uh,
whenever I write Joker, it's a
I
familial relationship that I see between them.
exactly. I've always like internally seen Futaba as the little like the surrogate little sister, and it's just for me it's that energy of just like I know she's smart and I know she can take care of herself in an intellectual sense, but I still want to protect her because she's very
She's
introverted and very
been through
shy.
so much.
Hmm.
And, like, just if Sojiro's your dad, then Futaba's your sister.
Yeah, which was
God.
great. Like it was wonderful during the royal playthrough because I think that I romanced Futaba before I maxed Sojiro. So he was like, hey, can you like not you know, get with Futaba? And I'm just like, boy, you're late.
Oops! Whoopsies!
Oh my god, I get to hear Sojiro's voice again. Oh god.
Oh wait, did you know that if you don't romance anyone, that your like Valentine's and White Day you spend it with Sojiro, you get him flowers. It's
Oh,
so sweet. It's so
I'd
cute.
rather get beat up. I will say I felt so bad doing like the only time I felt bad during the degenerate route was me uh was because with the way that Valentine's Day works and everything, you still have to technically choose somebody to spend Valentine's Day with. So I chose Kasumi because I'm like, hey, new girl, let's go. You're the lucky winner. Have fun. And but then seeing everybody else's reactions, like Futaba's reaction, broke my heart.
Well, you deserved it.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I felt so bad that like during the White Day romance, I brought Futaba along,
Oh my god.
and that was cute. But oh,
Just the fact that Kasumi, in her confidant, actually confesses to you, regardless of whether or not you like romance her. It
yeah,
was just so well written.
because it feels like a very natural progression of things because you're her rock essentially.
Her role
you're
model and
you're
rock, yeah.
her, and not even as like an oh it's a male to female thing, like no, it's as a person, which is why a female route would have been amazing because I feel like Kasumi would have been a romance, could have been a romance route either way.
Ah, that would make it so much better.
Oh my god, that would have been so good. Atlas, hire me.
Oh my god, FemC, please. Atlas, hire me. Yo, let's go talk to Christian and be like, hey, Christian, can you get us like a good word in?
Mm. Persona 6, just have it be Persona 5 just with FemC route. I'm okay, I'll pay money for it.
Okay, first we need the Strikers Remastered, then we need the FemC route for Royal, which leads into Strikers Remastered. We
we,
will,
we
we
got
will.
we got your we got your we got your we got your roadmap, Atlas.
They did the teaser. You gotta do something with Akechi. He's there. We know. We know Atlas.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god! I screamed at that final ending,
Oh my
the final cinematic. I'm like,
He's on
no,
the train, and
no,
then
you
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 see the
you can't end
uniform.
like this. You can't like. It's partially why I was hoping that Strikers would take from Royal, but of course, Strikers released in Japan before Royal did, so it's like, oh, okay. So we know that's not going to really come up,
Right. Which is
but
why they have to remaster Strikers.
it's like you've already done so much better in Royal with everything that it's to
No,
the
you
point
know
where
what?
it's
Persona Q3. Persona Q3.
mm-hmm. it,
Please.
it's it's one of those I wish that uh oh my god, I lost my train of thought. I
I
was
just
just
want to talk
freaking out
about
on Atlas.
Maruki. I just want to talk about Maruki.
Let's go on ahead.
No, I just want to be like, this man doing these things.
I
I
loved his character
love
in
his
Royal.
character. I didn't think much of him when I started because I was just like, oh, he's all right. But then I played through his story and the beats, and I'm just like, oh, oh, sweetie. Oh, oh, you're
Yeah.
running away from your past.
Yeah, it's a very big like I saw a lot of myself in him, which is also partially why I want to
Ooh,
cosplay him.
now I know too much about you.
And it's like, man, boy howdy, that's hitting a little hitting a little hitting a little close to home there.
All right, fair's fair. If you
Me.
see yourself in Maruki, I see myself in both Akechi and Kasumi. So there you go.
Mhm.
So there you go. That's fair's fair. Anybody who has not
It's
played the game, they don't know what that means. Perfect. But yeah, go on about how you connect with Maruki.
like it's just the whole it's just whole characterization of like on the surface just being calm, helping people, but dealing with his own problems in a very certain way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not a one to one,
Right.
but
Of course.
a lot of what Maruki puts out, at least on the front end, is a lot of stuff that I tend to
I
resonate
see
with,
it. I see it. I completely see it.
and I'm like I really like that, which is why when you get into the latter part of the game and you see and you get to dive more into his character story, it's just it really hits of like wow like because I thought that like okay we cool he's like a developed character, okay great, and then you get to see the other like the other parts of him and it's like oh he's a really developed character.
I wish they had pasted better though. Like the
Yeah, because
pacing of it, it all just slaps you in the
yeah it's like
face.
oh cool you beat the original game, wonderful, have everything.
Can we get a DLC of Black Mask being the narrator, or not narrator, but the navigator for everything?
Oh my god, I'd pay for that.
I'd pay for that. Easy. Easy.
I loved him as the narrator for all that part. It was so good.
Joker's enraged. I kind
I
of like
kind of
it, but it's not
like
like
it.
you. God, Black Mask. It.
I will say though, I love Persona 5 Royal to the point where I've actually tell people don't buy vanilla. Don't buy
Don't
vanilla
buy
anymore.
vanilla.
Like
Just
it's
don't. It's a waste of your money. Just go get Royal. You have everything you need.
yeah, it's literally everything with
Knowing that
vanilla.
the ship was extended, you don't need that. You don't need that nonsense in your life. How much
Yeah.
more was there that was just cut out?
Well like so obviously there's other big like a big huge quality of life stuff.
Ah.
Um Mainly, you know, the whole the guns being a lot more useful
Oh,
in
speaking of the mechanics in Royal, I thought that the technical ranks came in Royal. Oh, I can't say anything. Never mind.
no, yeah, the technical ranks came in Royal.
They
That wasn't an
uh
original.
mm, uh mm, uh it wasn't an original.
Hmm.
It shows up in Strikers first.
Technical is the technical attacks exist, but ranking them up to do more
Yes, yes,
damage
exactly.
was something that Royal specifically did.
Yes, yes, exactly. And I think you could get more technicals in Royal too. They added
Yeah,
more
they added
triggers for it. Yeah.
more yeah, and that was really really good.
Oh, it's so
It
good.
really incentivized using
Mm-hmm.
different party members or specific party
Rebellion
members.
Blade.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Essentially, like whenever I needed to like go technical farming, it was always like, okay, Yusuke, ice, freeze, cool. Literally anybody do anything else.
Nice. Like you just like you bring Queen in, and then you get that ailment up or whatever it is. Her like
Hmm.
Gaia Pact, I think it is.
Yeah.
Boom,
So you
easy.
bring in like Makoto, Yusuke, and like I don't know Ryuji,
Noir
or
probably,
yeah,
because then you have both the nuclear and the
and
Zeo,
Sai.
or yeah, psychic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck is just probably like, what is all this stuff they're talking about? We're just like, we're going on and on and on about personas.
And then having like so like I know the what was it the two big quality of life things that I loved in Royal that I keep on shilling to people. One, the fact that just overall that guns are more useful,
Mm-hmm.
and two, the fact that even if you've been out in Mementos, you can still use your second out your midnight time, your evening time
Really?
at home.
Wait, don't you have to? do. Oh, I see. So you do
Because
the what's her face Kawakami, then you can go out at
yes, then you
night
can go
after
out. If
Mementos.
you
But
before that
otherwise,
though, you so in the original one, if you went
mm-hmm,
to Mementos, came
you just
back,
like go to sleep. Go to
you,
sleep.
let's not do that today. You should get some sleep. Instead it's like, okay, well, you can't leave the house, but you can still make coffee. You can go shopping on the net. You can play a game. You can
Oh
study.
my God, what's his face? Tanaka. He's in Royal only, isn't he?
No, he's also in the original.
Oh, his like you. Oh, I guess I never found the laptop in the
He
original.
it should be in the same pacing as a standard one.
Mm,
It's around the same month that you find it in
I see.
Royal, and then you just repair it, and you're all good to go. I love that they've kept Tanaka around across like
Yeah.
all of the personas since three.
Shouldn't he be dead by now?
It's like, I mean, it's only been like a couple of years.
No,
It's
it's
only
been
been a
like
good
a decade between 3 and 5.
yeah. He's got the money. He can extend his lifespan with
Cryogenics
money.
or something like that.
Exactly.
He'll live forever. Or maybe Tanaka just is like becomes a title and then there's
I
like
would
the
I
successor.
would love for like the next like whenever the persona like gets like way down the road in terms of like like chronologic time to just meet a random old man and just have him be like, yes, I used to be I used to be a very big marketer and philanthropist. Just
Philanthropist.
his name's Tanaka.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. You know, they actually do reference Katsuya in P5.
Oh,
Katsuya Suo. There's
where?
mention of some detective on the TV program.
Oh, snap.
So technically, P2 has some very loose linkage to the rest of P3 through 5.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're just
Which is
waiting.
really good.
Yes.
Like because it definitely feels like personas 3 through 5 at least can have that somewhat linked storyline,
Your audio's coming through. The video
but
skipped for a bit. I think we're back. Okay.
oh,
Yeah, it'll be interesting
okay.
reviewing that later. But yes. So I looked a little into Persona 2 and how they handle it. Um I know for a fact in Persona 1, there's no such thing as a wild card. Everybody can equip multiple personas.
Yes, which was great.
You've played them.
Yeah.
You've
Well,
played 1 and 2?
I've played 2.
Okay, you played 2.
I played 2 on the PSP.
Oh. I think Persona 1, the story is accessible if you just look at the manga. I have
Yes.
not read all of it, but I know of it. Because my friends were all like, hey, we have Hidehiko, we have the boy with the earring, go be Nanjo. And I'm just like, he's my character type, damn it!
Nice.
He's Emperor, I believe. So I've been writing Akihiko. I have written Yusuke before. Someone else is writing Yusuke for us, but I've written my fair share of Emperors.
Hmm.
And I think my OC used to be Emperor, and then when I remade him, he is now. Is he a Moon? He might be Moon Arcana.
Nice.
Roleplay's fun. I only bring it up because I've been trying to build out my writing portfolio for game or narrative design. But, anyways, enough about that. How do you feel about On?
She's all right.
She's my
Not
favorite. I love her. I love
I
her.
I like the story.
Mm-hmm.
I I kind of wish that her story ended on a more like comeuppance kind of note. Just because of the person who wronged her, I'm just like, nah, that
Mm,
she technically gets away with it, and I'm just like, oh, come on.
I feel you.
But I
Though,
feel like that's more of a it's more of just a personal thing.
Heka's actually asking about the tarot motif. We might as well talk about that because she has not played the Persona series. She knows of it, but why don't we just go into the. So, Persona 5 actually uses the Marseille deck,
Mm-hmm.
and I think La Foi, the Faith card, comes from a completely different deck. There are these like lost cards, and so Faith was one of the. I don't know if it was a trump card or just like a face card or something like that. And there's like
Mm-hmm.
Hope and like other ones. So that's where Kasumi's comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But yeah, overall the general tarot decks, it's been a motif since Persona 1,
Yes, the
but
major arcana are kind of used in terms of like one's almost like one sun sign, if that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, all essentially all your different confidants are, or your different social links and characters that you can form bonds with, are all associated with a particular major arcana, and
Hmm.
that is influenced by their personality and everything.
I think
And
only four use the minor cards in
yeah,
the shuffle
four.
time.
Yep, and so did three
Oh,
in the
three did
same.
do that. You're right. You're right. I don't know what happened to them in five. But go on with the major arcana
Hmm. So you have like everything, like the main character is always the fool because it's like the wild
and the
card,
start
the
of the
start of a
journey.
journey, and all that. They're usually going towards like the world or some sort of other ultimate arcana at the end. But yeah, it's a really good mix of like the tarot motif along with Jungian psychology as well. So
Yes.
if psychoanalysis and stuff is more your style, holy shit, Persona's good.
Yeah, and some characters even are represented by multiple arcana because, like, Akihiko by default, he's representing the Emperor arcana, but then his friendship, uh, subplot, he's the star.
Mm-hmm.
And I think same with Shinji, his is Hierophant, and then he gets the moon in
Mm-hmm.
Femc route. So that's also a thing.
Mm-hmm. I would love again. I'd love the Femc route to just have new like arcana for people just based on how they interact with you.
Hmm. It just makes everybody even more complex, and it's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the original P3, just for Heka's knowledge, you could not hang out with your male teammates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sucked.
It, yeah, it was very much a like, live out your high school fantasy as an anime protagonist. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you had to romance to like max out the social links even. You could not
Yes.
choose platonic until Femc.
Yeah.
So, just the game's kind of dated in that sense, but
Mm.
it's progressed so far up through Persona 5. You have 8 minutes. Would you like to close it here and just do your thing, and I can hang out with chat, and we will go get you in like 40 minutes?
Yeah, that sounds good. We got a good hour and a half out of this.
Exactly. So thank you so much for joining, and we are going to have so much fun hopping on over, see what Strikers is like.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very fun time. Waste some money for a good hacking cause.
Yeah, do you actually want to talk about that before you hop off? Just explain to chat what's going on.
Sure. So I'll be doing a stream as part of the Sega team, as part of Sega Game Blast, and I will be raising money for Special Effect, a UK-based organization who specializes in providing disabled gamers with personalized technology so that they can enjoy their favorite games to their full extent.
Yeah, so we will be rating AKL once he's up, and just I'm so looking forward to you enjoying the game. It's gonna be you'll be blown. Your mind's gonna be like
I still have like because I always have like a box of tissues now at the ready for like emotional moments or to blow my nose because I get really stuffed up very easy. But now I'm ready. I'm ready to be back. I'm ready to meet my friends again.
I
Like
know.
it,
It's just
I
gonna be like
feel
you,
I
you
feel
go
like
up
this
and
is
you'll be like, Okari. Or
I,
wait,
I
no,
feel
that's not it.
I
You're
feel
doing
like this is gonna be like in a way it's kind of symbolic in two ways because it's like, oh, it's me returning to the Persona 5 franchise and reuniting with all of my Phantom Thief friends. Also, I don't know this. Don't tell me if it is or not. I really hope we have Mishima because I want to hear Sean. I really hope Mishima's back, but we'll see. But but in addition to just meeting up with my Phantom Thief friends, it feels like just meeting up with friends again in general
Hmm.
after a year of pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna be like there's the obvious wave of happiness of playing Persona again, but
Yes.
then like internally there's going to be another wave of like, you know what, we're here. It may not be the same as like meeting up physically with friends, but it's a little bit of that same kind of catharsis.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't. I freaking can't. It's so, so good. And I cannot tell you more than it's so, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! Joe's in the game, by the way.
Nice.
It's surreal to me that Joe is now. I mean, he was in Persona before as like many NPCs. He's just in Persona 5 Strikers as more
Mm-hmm.
people. So,
Mm-hmm.
just putting that out there.
Nice.
Yes. Trying to think. My brain's just running through all the VO trivia I remember for you since I mean Matt Mercer. Whoo boy, Matt Mercer.
Yeah, Matt Mercer does some good stuff.
I met someone whose friend DM'd for Matt Mercer,
Ooh.
which I'm just like my mind is blown by that. Can you imagine DMing for the guy who does Critical Role?
That's I wonder if like they were inspired, if they ended up inspiring some of Matt Mercer's stuff.
Oh, that'd be wild. That'd be fantastic. Man, now I want to ask Christian when I have him on, like, what was it like meeting Soejima Shigenori? Just like, what? That's so wild! All of that. Anyways, I will let you go so you can focus on all your technical stuff and just get ready, get hype and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you
Sounds
once
good.
again, AKL, for showing up and agreeing to all this.
Of course, no problem. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, take care.
Now then, to the rest of everybody, uh, yeah, that is what the Zoom was hiding. This is actually from the press kit of the Atlas site. So that is a thing. That is up there. We have some time until I'm going to get that notification that we are ready to roll. What would you all like to do? I can talk about Persona, I can explain things, talk about the lore, the mechanics, for anyone who has not already played the games. I can even be like, it's on these systems. This is very much for all of you. I'm kind of here just vibing, chilling, being all like, Megami Tensei, Persona, and all those things. The franchise is just so big and sprawling at this point. I there's a lot to get into. There's so much to know about the series. There's so much trivia. It's so cool. Yes. How is chat? I can finally be like, how are all of you? I'm just gonna be sitting here vibing, just chatting to myself. I might even check some things because I think I have a bajillion things to answer right now, which leaves me a bit. Whew. Oh, maybe I should hang on. Let me like this. Hello? There I am. Perfect. Yeah, I'll just yes. Yes? Yes. Hello. Thank you to everybody who's like hanging out up until, Tricoon gets all set up and all that fun stuff. I can even talk about how I met him. It was through I actually don't remember how I stumbled upon the fact that Sam Unhinged was doing an interview with AKL, because at that point I had never heard of either of them. I was just like, oh, someone's doing an interview on Twitch? That sounds more interesting than watching Call of Duty gameplay. I'm sorry, I'm not into, like, the shooters where you have to, like, duck behind cover and things like that. My brain, too much, it's too slow paced for me having to do all that. I'm like, let me just throw a Molotov out there, Like Left 4 Dead, I can play that. But so I saw that Sam was going to be interviewing AKL, and I was like, this looks interesting. So I just hopped in the chat, and I was like, yo, this guy's into personas? And that was, what, like a month ago? Over a month ago? And that was when I realized, oh, there are all these content creators doing super duper cool things. And, let me just, right now, uh, yes, that'll work. That is where the charity stream will be happening. I will once again, we're gonna raid into it. If I can maintain this for the next half hour, me carrying this by myself. I haven't really done a just chatting like this before. Namely because usually I have a game running to just for people to look at, for people to engage with, to be like, oh, what's that? Right now we simply have how freaking cool this wallpaper looks. You can download it yourself if you just Google Atlas official wallpaper. And they even have like Android wallpapers. Oh, I gotta get one of those for my iPhone. I can finally swap off my freaking Animus. Now I can have a cool kid wallpaper. Um, yeah, just, check in for all of you. I have been scheduling a bunch of things. Christian Lamont will be on March 20th. He's a voice actor and a voice director, and he's done work for Atlas before, so he's really into SMT as well. Um, how did I meet Christian? It was right after I found out that Joe Zizia was doing his thing on Twitch, and so I was all like, what was it? My brain, I can't catch up on my brain. Yes, I found out that Christian was also streaming, and I was just like, oh, I've played Fire Emblem Three Houses. He voiced Ignods? I want to see what he's doing. And, he's been playing like Chrono Cross and, was it Xenosaga? Like, no. Xenoblade? No. Maybe? Xenogears, perhaps. Just really old school RPGs, right? And, back when his channel was first growing, I think it was really easy to like chat with him. He might have been playing Mordor even. And we were just kind of like, yo, Christian Lamont, so cool to see you on Twitch. So I just like hang out in his frickin' channel and like talk to him, be like, you're so cool. He's a really, really nice person. And he established this hashtag for his streams that, excuse me, if you created anything while he was live, while you had him in the background and stuff, just do like hashtag, let me paint you a picture because of the whole Ignatz being into art. Um, and he's just, been a fantastic supporter of content creators, of artists, and all of that. So, yeah, that's my little spiel on Christian Lamont for those who do not know the extent of his prolific work. He is so busy. That man just is always, you know, going for it. A lot of voice actors, actually, they're always doing so much. And I think it's because, you kind of have to advocate for yourself. Oh, yeah, you can see my. I forgot that I'm off Zoom, so you see everything now. Whatever. Is it there? I think you can see the box, the Personas box that I have even. I have like a little Morgana plush that came with it. It's like some special limited edition P5 thingy thing of like vanilla. I did not get the steel box for Royal. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna get digital download maybe. Wait, did I? I forgot. I think I have a digital download of Royal. I have a digital download of P5 Dawn. I have many a thing. I actually have a bag. I don't remember where I got it from, but I have this. It has the logo from the school, Shujin Academy. So that's my little thing. I've been using it instead of a purse because it carries a lot more, and it's easier for me to carry it on my shoulder. Um, I will look up where I got it from eventually and just be like, if you are interested. There are like cosplay quality bags though. If you have money to burn, by all means, go for whatever merch makes you happy. Oh, you like it, Hecka? Thank you. The little pin that was. Oh, you know what? Where is my? Okay, okay. So this was made by. I don't know if you can see it. Roku. I have in here. This is Demi Fiend that I picked up from their store, and then I got a free sticker of Joker with that, and I think they even tossed in a button. Well, hang on. More Demi Fiend! So I just need to figure out my life, and when I can figure out my life, maybe I'll get my very own Eat the Bag. For those who do not know what a ita bag is, it comes from itai, which means it hurts. And it hurts because you put all your merch on display in your bag, and people who know what's up, they can be like, ah, you spent that much money on your, interest on your fandom. And you're like, yeah, Atlas, take my money. So, yeah, I have some stuff from, fan artists and whatnot. I will amass more eventually, I'm sure. A lot of my merch is actually gifts. Like, I have prints. I think the only print I ever bought was the poster from Transistor, but you like that explanation, Hecka? You like the fact that I'm considering an eat the bag? Oof. Yeah, this is all just, anime, game, video culture, which, when you're not a gamer, well, I guess not all people who watch anime play video games because it's a lot more accessible to watch anime versus buying frickin' video games and playing those. Though, I mean, at this point, you can get. If you become big on this kind of platform, people will be like, here you go, have a review copy. And you're like, huh? What? Though I think it's oh, you totally get it, fandom can be great. I've never really participated in fandom to this level. I've only been to maybe 3 conventions. I've been to Fanime maybe twice. I went to Anime Expo once. Anime Expo's so big and scary. I cannot handle how big it is. But Anime Expo is where I took my first cosplay and I met and got stuff. I don't know where that stuff is. Yo, hang on. I actually have this from frickin' Anime Expo. It was their 10th anniversary. Is there? What is this? This might just be the localization policy? Or are these headphones that I got from Axis? Yeah, I just got earplugs. I don't know what happened to the thing I got signed by Uchikoshi. I got some kind of like Zero Escape print signed by the man, the myth, the legend himself. You can find me on Axis's Twitter if you look at the photos from 2015, which is when I went. It was like right after, God, I went in Ruby cosplay. This was July. I looked at the timestamps. I was in frickin' Ruby cosplay. Oh my goodness. I should go back and watch some of Rooster Teeth's stuff. I don't know what's up. I have not been in that fandom in a very long time. I actually ran a pretty big Tumblr for Ruby way, way back when. Way back when. Super long ago. And then I just left fandom because it was too much. Yeah. And I guess now I'm back. I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit fandom, but you can't. Uh, but yeah, just I'm rambling because I have a tendency to go on and on and on and on and on if anybody lets me, and because I do want there to be material for the VOD. And also, it's only been, what, 8 minutes? So I've got 12 minutes to fill. I got this. I got this. I might have to grab some tea, however. Do I have tea in that mug? Oh, that's right. Hang on. One moment, please. Hello, Game Design Guy TV. I did say Ruby as an RWBY. I cosplayed as Lai Ren in 2015, and my cosplay that I commissioned is literally on Axis's official Twitter. And I think I retweeted that yesterday onto my Twitch Twitter. So, I've been deep into Ruby for a long time. I think I might have followed it since it first came out. Yeah, it's wild! I remember I tweeted at Neath way, way back. Just to be like, hello, thank you for taking on the role for Lyren. And he responded to me even. I don't know, maybe I should reach out to him again. So just since we're here, I got these from the pre-order from GameStop. I think I got a physical copy for these. Yeah, I have to put them somewhere. And then I still have this in the box. I don't remember when it was like available. Should I unbox it? I don't know if I don't want to take her out. I have to figure out what to do with Red from Transistor from Supergiant. I have the poster. I'm afraid of. You know what? Do you want to see my poster wall? Would you like to see the poster wall? The print wall? Oh my god, that's right. I have a print from Helion that Josie just signed. Kind of embarrassing. Oh, I should take a photo of it and then put it on Instagram, actually. Like, someone bought me a print for Tales of the Abyss. No, Tales of the... Nah, that's not Abyss. Yes, it is Abyss. Yeah, you want to see it? Okay, hang on. This is an experiment. Hold on, hold on. Do you see that? You see it there, right? So, the one on the left is a print of Guy Cecile from Tales of the Abyss, and then Flynn Schifro from Tales of Vesperia fighting one another because they look like twinsies. I don't know what the character designers were thinking. And then above them is Claude Von Regan from Fire Emblem Three Houses that Joe himself signed. He was all like, "You're gonna give me this many gift subs? We're gonna give you a print." I'm like, "Thank you. I was not expecting to get a print, but you signed it." I think his whole thing was like, "You truly feared the deer," is what he wrote to me. And then there is the print I got from Courtney Taylor when she voiced Ada Wong, Resident Evil 6. And then the one poster I bought for myself is just Red from Transistor. I got that from Supergiant's official store. And that is the poster that shows up in game. You know, just the fact that she is a songwriter and performer, and that's what appears, and it's so cool. And yeah, I put it up with washi tape because I thought that would look prettier than me trying to like destroy my wall. But anyways, let me wrangle this back. Okay, okay, nope, nope, stay. Ah, there you go. No, 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 no. So that's about all the merch I have amassed over. Actually, you know what? I do have to show y'all what I picked up from, or my friend gift wrapped it for me. Let's do this now. I will show you what this is. I have to return these once I'm done playing with them, but this is important since we are the MEGATEN hype stream. If a frickin' yes. PS2 Digital Devil Saga 1, Digital Devil Saga 2. Eventually, I will be figuring out how I'm going to capture them and stream them. We'll figure something out. These are part of the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. When I say the franchise, Persona itself is a spin-off from Shin Megami Tensei. So I guess Digital Devil Saga counts as part of this. Why is my headset just falling all over the place? Yeah. So I know a bit about these two games. I know that Surf is the protagonist and that Heat has issues. But, oh my goodness. Yo, there's a manual it comes with. Hang on. Hang on. Manuals! Oh my goodness. The story. This is so cool. This is a blast from the past. I'm gonna see if they have like character. They do. They do have the character stuff. Ta-da! Remember when you could just like read about the characters preemptively before you actually played the game? Like, look at this. Isn't this fantastic? You don't get that anymore because they have to print these. And then what's the point of printing them if everybody's just gonna put all the art online? And we didn't have that back in the 90s and the zeros. I mean, it kind of started happening. Gotta run, take care, go, please. Thank you so much for coming by. We will have fun at the charity stream. What else is there? Dungeons. Ooh. See, I don't even need game facts. I'll just look at this manual and I'll be good. I will know how to play this game. for the most part. And then if I get confused about the stats and how all that plays out, I suppose I'll simply die a lot. Mantra grid? What? I don't know what that means. Key terms? Anyways. So I do have to get through these pretty fast and then return them. So I'm gonna bother my little brother and be like, can I borrow your PS2 Slim and can you get the adapter for me so that I can figure my life out? Oh man, what is this edgelord cover art? Look at this. What is this? I think this is a direct sequel. It should be, perhaps. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna set a marker for this. Yo, 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 yo. See, same characters. Where's Roland? I have a friend who's super into Roland. I gotta figure out where he... Ah, there he is. It's Roland! Roland, Megami Tensei. Roland Megaten? I don't know. However you want to shorten it. Is that his... Doesn't he have, like, a last name? I'm pretty sure he has a surname. God, this is so cool. I'm super excited to play this, actually, now that I'm looking through it. Yo! This is the kind of stuff I grew up with. PS2, PS2, PS2! We had like the super old one, like the original PlayStation 2, and then it just kind of died. So my brother got like the Slim, which should be still functioning. I never understood why he like would get different consoles, and now I kind of understand the necessity to be up to date. So that'll be coming in the distant future once I figure out the timing of Fire Emblem Three Houses, Strikers, and then these two. I'm probably going to focus on finishing Strikers, and then we will begin Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. But that's just for perhaps impromptu streams. Or maybe I'll set it to Fridays after March. Because I have a buttload of interviews to get through. Like, all of March is booked. All of March is booked. It's ridiculous. It's insane. It's super cool, but I don't know what's happening. Now then. 13 minutes. 13 minutes left. What do I talk about? Hecka, help me. What do I talk about? Or, you know what? I can even do a, one moment. I need to... Okay, studio mode. Boom. Okay, now I need to grab the... grab that. And then grab that. Oop. Whoa. And then... I'm doing great. You really think so? Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Everybody vibe for a moment. 1 second. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. That was me getting my keys back from the smog test. I owe my brother a load. Just booping around your house getting ready and listening? Aww. It'd be super chill if you could make even like the first 5 or 10 minutes of the charity stream, because I have already held you all captive here for almost 2 hours, and then AKL is gonna go for at least 6 hours. So I cannot expect anyone to just watch TV for 8 hours straight on a Saturday. That is not healthy or realistic. But yeah, I have the flag up so that people know that we're just chilling. I need to think of something better than just like Comic Sans yellow text. I usually do not put a whole lot of polish into these. I'm not even thinking about it. It's just like, here we go. I don't even know if my webcam has the ability to use, your plans aren't for another 2 hours? Yay! Because I'm gonna hang with AKL for maybe however long it takes him to catch up to where I am in the game. And then I'm gonna be like, oops, spoilers, can't look, bye! So that'll be fun. But he also does drum covers. I wonder if I can find his YouTube link for y'all. Would you all like to learn about YouTube monetization? If you are a content creator or not? It's very interesting what it takes for you to actually say like, okay, now I can do the thing. Which I don't know if it counts as organic if you explain to people how it works. I have no idea. Let me see here. So the thing with YouTube, it is much harder to achieve monetization than Twitch. You need 1,000 subscribers, which are like followers, and then you need to accumulate 100 watch hours. So you just need people to come to your channel, sit there and look at your content for 100 hours, and then you can apply for monetization. And I think the hardest part is actually the subscriber model, because most people don't realize, like, they'll watch your stuff and they'll be like, oh, okay, like, send me a new video, buddy. No one's gonna hit subscribe. Which is probably why people say, like, don't forget, without actually explaining the why, though. If you don't explain why, I don't think people understand what it means to support a content creator in the nature. But anyways, I'm not saying follow us on YouTube. I'm just saying now you know how it works on YouTube versus Twitch. What is this? Is this important? I'm so proud of him for becoming a meme, though. Who? Oh my gosh, why does it say 9? Why do I have 9 notifications on Discord? Fear. 9 fears. um, I have like a number of people that be like, thanks for the follows, who just, I think I turned off the alerts for this one because I didn't want AKL and I to get interrupted while we were doing our thing, but I will turn the alerts back on for the next them. Yeah, was there anything else in the commands that I wanted to diddly do? What do I have here? Oh yeah, this should change around. I should do different stuff. Yeah, see, I think the first one was like, I should write something, which he just says a lot when you try to save. And then there is, of course, like this little fun thing. So in Persona 5, there are different elemental damage types, and Curse is one of them. Hey, DX Pro, what's up? I'm trying to last the 9 minutes it's gonna take me to I need AKL to go live so that we can hop in on the charity stream. You're catching the tail end of mine. I had him for about an hour 30, and he's gone off to set up things, and we're gonna have a grand old time. If Nightbot, yes, there we go. How am I? I am hyped up on caffeine right now. I finished my horchata latte, so I am very, very whew. It's good to have you here, though. Thank you for hanging out. I've just been rambling about Shin Megami Tensei as a whole, on top of everything else. Um, this is kind of my first time doing a very casual thing leading into a big event, so bear with me as I fumble my way through. That's kind of the beauty of video editing. When you throw, well, that's not true. I throw my raw VODs onto YouTube because as fun as it is to have things edited and look very nice and polished and stuff like that, I'm just like, I think everybody should be able to get into broadcasting and create content and just have flubs just everywhere. Like, here's the blooper reel, bleh. Except my content is the blooper reel constantly. That is the funnies. I'm like the Sunday funnies. You open up your newspaper and you're like, boom, there I am. Do people even know what I'm talking about anymore? Do you guys know what a newspaper is? I'm kidding. I know you know what a newspaper is. Um, Always the best. You like that content? I'm glad. I have like a million things I have to check once I get us through. Endless bloopers. Yes, I have someone who is volunteering to be an editor for me, and yeah, it's a learning experience. Doing it is half the process. Yes, and that is why I believe in showing people exactly how my process works so that they understand you're only going to get better through iteration. You just have to do it over and over and over and over and over again. That's just how you learn. And I think there's the whole, when we look at success stories, you see the tip of the iceberg. You don't see the failures, you don't see the mistakes, you don't see the embarrassment, you don't see the wanting to quit. You don't see any of that. But here it is. You kind of see all of it now. Which I think is important. Like, I don't have a script. This is all, I guess, improv in a way. If you know what I mean. I have never taken an improv class, and I never intend to. I would just die, perish. I walk in, and I'd fall over, and that would be it. That would be my bit. the skit, if you will. I have watched quite a fair amount of stand-up, however. I've seen people deliver their material. I've seen people use certain stories and jokes, like they reuse them throughout their different sets for different specials, but there's like a lot of inside jokes and whatnot. Really? Hecka? You're embarrassing me. Um, there is the whole like this is my favorite. Blam 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 blam. It's Joker with the sparkle desk. It just boggles my mind that there are people who still have not played Persona 5 or Persona 4 or Persona 3. I can understand Persona 1 and Persona 2. Those are far less accessible, but these are really really good JRPGs with really really powerful narratives that they resonate with people because they go there. And if you know these stories, you kind of have a model for how to navigate these things. DX Pro, I haven't yet, but I do plan to put Persona on my list of games to play. Excellent! I, my moderator, I had to make this for them. Play P2, play Persona 2. Good luck playing Persona 2! Yeah, everybody's just kind of snoozing. It's a Saturday, you know? Like, I want everyone to have a good time, and let me see here. I think I can check via my phone who is hello. Oh, we are ready! Oh my goodness! He's up! Okay, guys, okay, oh, guys, okay. Here we go, AKLTrifecta. We are ready to go. How come I can't pull him up? Where'd he go? Did he come back down? Hello? Oh. Alright, okay. Yes, that'll be the raid chant. That is the raid chant. Are you prepared for this? Okay. I'm gonna give it 3, 2, and a 1. Here we go. Yeah! Thank you.